Before this whole video starts, I would like to have a 15-minute moment of silence for Mark Langan, the leader of Screaming Trees, which was the coolest grunge band in all of Seattle. He died yesterday at the age of 57, and as of now, we don't know how he died, but all I know is that he'll be deeply missed.
Mo here.
I know what you're thinking right off the bat. Amy, it feels like you're reading off of a script. Did you literally make a script for this video? The answer to that question is yes. Yes, it did. Why? Well, because this video is going to be long. I'll be talking about the coolest musician ever, Kurt Cobain, from his childhood to his unfortunate death. If this video gets popular, I'll do another one like this for other musicians, like Lane Staley, Chris Cornell, and Chester Bennington. Anyways, I'm Amy Y, and this is Kurt Cobain's entire life. Sources will be in the description.
Good evening. This is off her first record. Most people don't own it. I need an easy friend. I do. With a air to land. I do. Think you fit this shoe. I do. But you have a clue. Take advantage by.
Kurt Cobain started the grunge band Nirvana in 1988 and made the leap to a major label in 1981, signing with Geffen Records. After releasing the highly successful album Nevermind, Nirvana's highly acclaimed album In Utero was released in 1983 and capitulated to the top of the music charts. Kurt Donald Cobain was born on February 20th, 1967, in the small logging town of Aberdeen, Washington. As a child, Cobain was artistic and had an ear for music. Although he had a younger sister, Kim, who was born in 1971 and is the lead singer of Sonic Youth or whatever, the two were separated when their parents got divorced. At age 9, Cobain went to live with his father, who eventually remarried, which put more strain on their relationship. In the early 1980s, Cobain went to live with his mother and her boyfriend, who were back in Aberdeen. It was during his high school days back home that Cobain was able to demonstrate his artistic talents through his love for drawing. When Cobain was introduced to punk rock music, a seed was planted that would forever change his life. He discovered the Melvins, a local punk rock group, and became friends with one of its members, Buzz Osborne. It was Osborne who exposed Cobain to more punk bands, but his newfound interest didn't take Cobain away from self-destructive habits. Throughout high school, Cobain would get deeper into the drinking and drug scene. He was also fighting with his troubled mother and didn't get along with his stepfather. Cobain spent much of 1984 and 1985 living a nomadic life, staying with friends or sleeping in hotel buildings to avoid his family problems. In July 1985, Cobain was arrested for vandalizing some buildings and was later fined and given a suspended sentence. Months later, Cobain got his first band together, Fecal Matter. Despite recording some tracks, the band eventually never went anywhere. Eventually, Cobain began collaborating with bassist Chris Novoselic, and a local drummer named Aaron Burkhardt joined them. This was going to be Nirvana's first drummer. The fledgling band's first performance was in 1987 at a house party. Around this time, Cobain began his first serious relationship with a young woman named Tracy Marinder. Despite financial restraints, the couple lived a relatively happy life in Olympia. Starting in 1988, Cobain's musical ambitions began moving forward. His band agreed on the name Nirvana and released their first track, Love Buzz, on a small label. Around the same time, Burkhart was replaced by Chad Channing on drums, and the band was making headway in Seattle's music scene. In 1989, Nirvana released their first album, Bleach, which failed to make a big impression. What was evident, however, was Cobain's songwriting skills and what would become their hallmark blend of heavy metal and punk. Nirvana also got the opportunity to tour Sonic Youth later that year, and after various changes, brought in former Scream band member Dave Grohl to replace Channing on the drums. Nirvana's single Smells Like Teen Spirit became their biggest hit, pushing their album to number 1 on the music charts and establishing Cobain as an exceptional songwriting talent of his era. With Nirvana's popularity skyrocketing into the mainstream, Cobain was conflicted on the direction his music was going. As someone who built his artistry on anti-establishment sentiments, Cobain began feeling he was losing control of his future. He began using heroin to ease his stress and some health issues. Before the release of Nevermind, Cobain had reconnected with Courtney Love, who was fronting the band Hole. The two dove into a whirlwind of romance, and in February 1982, Cobain and Love got married and had their daughter Frances Bean that August. But the relationship was built on unsteady ground. Both were heavy drug users. At one point, social services threatened to take away their daughter away after Love's Vanity Fair interview came out, in which she admitted to shooting up heroin while carrying Frances. After a difficult and expensive court battle, the couple managed to keep their family intact. But Cobain and Love also had their fair share of problems with each other. In 1983, the Seattle police had a breakup of violent dispute at the couple's house. The two were fighting over Cobain's guns at the residence, which resulted in the police confiscating them, as well as arresting him for assaulting Love. While Cobain dealt with personal struggles, professionally he was at the top of his game. In 1983, Nirvana released In Utero, which soared to number 1 on the music charts. His deeply personal lyrics reflect his anger towards the recording industry, with tracks like Radio-Friendly Unit Shifter, as well as his softer side with Heart-Shaped Box, which is said to have been about Courtney Love. In the fall of 1983, Cobain and the band would perform for MTV's Unplugged in New York City and then go tour in Europe. While in Europe, Kurt took time out to spend with Courtney and their daughter Frances, but while at his hotel in Rome, Italy, he purposely overdosed on drugs and fell into a coma. Courtney found him and he was immediately taken to the hospital. When he returned to the States, his psychological state worsened, and on March 18, 1984, Courtney called authorities because Cobain had taken medication and locked himself in a closet with guns. When the police arrived, they determined he was not suicidal, but as a safety precaution, confiscated the medication and firearms. Shortly after, Courtney pleaded with Cobain to get clean, which she was trying to do herself. He checked into a rehab clinic in LA, but left days later. On April 5th, 1994, Kurt An electrician found him in his greenhouse, and he left a lengthy suicide note addressing his fans, as well as his daughter and his wife. While his death was ruled as a suicide, many people think that he didn't kill himself and that Courtney killed him. There's a whole conspiracy video about it from Crime O'Clock. I'll link it in the description as well. After Kurt died, Nirvana released their Unplugged section, and then 2 years later they released their Muddy Banks of Wishaка, which was a collection of songs that was also a commercial win for the band. But then legal battles concerning Kurt's unreleased music began to brew between Dave Grohl, Chris Novoselic, and Courtney Love. In 2002, they finally had some resolution, resulting in the release of Nirvana, and then with the Lights Out, and then Sliver, the Best of the Box, which came out in 2005, with Lights Out came out in 2004. Kurt Cobain was truly an icon and an inspiration for everyone, and changed grunge to what it is today. And while he may be gone, his music will live on forever and ever. Hey, it to the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed this whole long video. Originally I was going to release it on his birthday, but then I realized how long it would take me to edit it and how long it'd take to plan it, so that's why I didn't really do it on his birthday.
And it's also why I wrote a script.
I don't know why I made that face. Or that noise. I don't want to ever do that again. If you guys like this video, please like it. Please. It took me so long to edit this video. Bro, I want to make more, honestly, of this. Maybe I'll do one for Lane Staley. He's very interesting, and he just intrigues me. Alright? The man intrigues me. I don't know. Oh, hey. You reached the end of the video. The long, lengthy video. Now you're probably wondering, why is the video even still going on if it was long and lengthy? And that's because 98.6% of you watched my videos but aren't subscribed. Don't worry, we can fix that, because if you hit the red button that says subscribe and turn on that bell that says post notifications, you'll be notified for all my videos and you'll be subscribed. You'll get more awesome content during this break that I have. And please like this video, honestly, because I worked really hard on it. You know, and did my research and stuff like that. The links will all be in the description for everything I used in this video. Before I leave, I want to say that this video is fair use, YouTube, okay? So don't you copyright claim me, or I swear to Buddha, I'm gonna contact y'all. Y'all are just annoying me, but I love you guys. And I love my subscribers too. So just, this video is fair use, alright? It was in the beginning of the video. I don't want to put it in the end of the video, but it's fair use, I swear, it's fair use. Anyways, I'll see you all in the next video, which I think is Bayboy? Yeah, it's Bayboy. It's Bayboy and then a Keanu Archive. So, bye!